Today, people in Prescott, Arizona spent their 4th of July honoring 19 heroes who died fighting a wildfire. The members of the Granite Mountain Hotshots were battling the Yarnell fire Sunday when the winds changed direction and the fire overtook them. Today, people from miles around came to honor the men at a memorial set up outside of the fire station. A crew of firefighters out of Idaho came to pay their respects and say they've learned a lesson from this tragedy.
Makes you want to be more watchful of what's going on around you.
Crews are starting to gain the upper hand of that fire that's torched 13 square miles of land and more than 100 homes and buildings. Some of the more memorable images that have emerged of that hotshot crew were not only taken here in New Mexico, but they were taken by a New Mexico photographer. News 13's Amanda Goodman reports.
It's just a random occurrence that I got placed with these guys.
Random and more than a year later, fateful. On assignment for Wired.com, photographer Jacob Schiller spent a day with the Granite Mountain Hotshot crew last summer as they battled the Whitewater Baldy Complex fire in southeast New Mexico.
I definitely think the word elite, which is what everybody's been using to describe these guys, is accurate.
Schiller learned about the tragedy involving a hotshot crew Sunday night, but it wasn't until Monday morning that he learned who the 19 firefighters that perished in the Arizona fire were.
I had emails in my inbox from all kinds of national media outlets, the Weather Channel, CBS, ABC.
They were all after these.
I mean, these are the 5 guys who I photographed who we know died.
Hundreds of photos of the hotshots in their element on the front lines of a wildfire.
There's a certain confidence in him. You know, he's just doing his job.
Schiller says the guys were good sports, allowing him free range to a safe degree to get the shots he needed, even going along with a special request.
I had each guy stand up and I took his portrait and I had him take his sunglasses off, and you know, the guys were all giving him a hard time.
These are just some of the images that have now been seen around the world. Images Schiller saw in a new way after hearing the news.
When I looked at the photos again that morning, I noticed things I hadn't noticed before, like I noticed wedding rings.
As the investigation into how these highly skilled and trained wildland firefighters died moves forward, Schiller, like many others, is trying to understand how something like this could happen.
These guys were so safe and so confident and so well trained, and they never pushed it the day I was there.
In the absence of answers, Schiller says he hopes the families will find a little bit of comfort in the memory of the men captured in his photos.
I'm honored that these photos will sort of be how these guys are remembered, and I think that that's something, that I'll always keep with me.
Amanda Goodman, KRQE News 13.
Schiller says he will be sending some of the photos to Prescott for a memorial being held for the men.